How's it going, everyone? College Lefty, and in this video I'm going to be going for a 12-win Diamond event run. Currently I am 8-1, and this is the first Hall of Fame event. I know that there is just one released, and I'm going to be going over some of the details at the end of this video, but let me go ahead and hop into this gameplay. This opponent has a pretty good team, and so far throughout this event run, I had a pretty good start. I started off 12-0. I was able to win a Xander Bogaerts. I was ranked at the top of the leaderboards, and then I was able to get to around 6-0 before losing another game. I did actually upload all of the games that I played in this event, so I wanted to include that as well. But in the second inning, I'm finally able to get something going at the plate. Rogers Hornsby is hitting a no-doubt home run. That's going to be a solo shot off the scoreboard. So I'm looking to continue to hit off of his starting pitcher. He has Jack Flaherty on the mound, and Duke Snider is also sending that one. So back-to-back home runs, back-to-back solo shots from the middle of the lineup in the second inning. So these games are 3-inning games on Hall of Fame difficulty. I really enjoyed this event so far, and I'm looking forward to seeing what the next events are going to be. I know you are going to be able to unlock the Lee Smith now, the 94 overall signature series, Lee Smith, now that there's the second event has been released. But I'm definitely excited to see what that entails and to hop into that one. We were able to get the quit, so we move up to 9-1, and now we'll go ahead and get into this next game. This opponent has a little bit of a better team, more 99 overalls. He also has that 95 Johnny Bench and 93 Eddie Matthews. I am using Chris Volstad as a common pitcher. This card's actually pretty effective, does have a nice kind of deceptive motion. As you can see, he's pretty tall. The sinker kind of gets on you very quickly at 94. So I'm going to go ahead and go to that pitch multiple times. I figured at times in this event I would take you guys through full at-bats just to see how I sometimes approach some of these signature series pitchers or hitters with low-tier pitchers, if that makes sense. But anyway, we brought in James Pazos to face the lefty because he does have Frank Thomas coming up next. I was only able to get a few lefties on my team, so I figured I would use the worst one right there, even though James Pazos is still effective. I was recently using him in a tournament as well. I didn't actually pitch with him, but he's a good lefty to go to that I actually feel comfortable facing some signature series players with, especially on Hall of Fame difficulty. That also helps a little bit. But anyway, to start this game off, Tony Gwynn is ripping a double the other way into the gap, and that's going to cause the opponent to pause the game. He just quits out right after the double. I was a little bit confused. Usually late in the run, you also go up against somebody who has a pretty similar record to you. And when you're 9-1, you give up a base hit or a double, then most of the time the opponent's not going to quit out. And this year in general, I have noticed a lot less quits in these events in Battle Royale with the redraft option and just kind of forfeiting the run and making a new team in this event. So that also has a factor, but I was able to get a couple quits so far in this one. Now we're going up against a player who has the World Series banner. Definitely going to be a solid opponent. I am 10-1 at this point. And at the search bar, when I was matching up with this person, it did say it was about like minimum 1,800 to 2,500. So usually when you get a search bar at that, all it means is that your opponent is also probably around 7-1 to 10-1, 11-1, could potentially be playing for a diamond. So you know that it's going to be a tough game. Just kind of wanted to give you guys a little bit of backstory on that. I was able to get a couple strikeouts with Bruce Sutter. Bruce Sutter is definitely one of the best signature series pitchers in this game and one of the guys I feel the most comfortable using. I really like that slider and the splitter combination. He also has that sneaky fastball that you can use effectively at times, but he can also be hit around a little bit. But that's every pitcher in this game. This is kind of a strange play. I was trying to do a hit and run. That was a really good pitch to do a hit and run on, but I did hit it to right field. It was going to be an out, possibly a double play, but Ty Cobb drops the ball, and I was able to move into second safely. I was unable to score the run, but nonetheless, I was trying to be aggressive and capitalize and score in the third inning to put the pressure on my opponent. But anyway, we are able to hit a solo shot with Willie Mays in the top of the fourth inning, almost robbed by Ricky Henderson out there, and a really good opportunity to kind of extend the lead. I squared that one up. I had a regular X swing on that one from Roberto Alomar. I think if I would have power swung on it, it would have been sent into the gap for a double. That's going to be a huge situation because those extra runs on insurance were really important. I was running low on bullpen guys. I only had 2 guys left, and one of them is Steven Wright. I went ahead and brought in Goose Gossage at this point. Bruce Sutter had already started this inning. He was tired. I had to bring in Raleigh Fingers. Then I gave up a base knock with him. He was also tired. The shortened games with the stamina really came into effect here. Goose Gossage has thrown 6 pitches, including an intentional walk, and he is also tired in the game with yellow stamina. Was unable to make this play with Willie Mays facing Brooks Robinson. He absolutely destroyed that baseball, and now he has a really good chance to win this game. I had to bring in Stephen Wright. I mean, Goose was out of energy, and Stephen Wright was the only guy I had left in the bullpen. And the knuckleball is very easy to hit. I mean, they threw it right there. Matt Carpenter sends it into the gap, and he eliminates us from the run. So rather than just re-entering the event run and trying to get to another 12-win diamond, I figured I would hop into a game of ranked seasons. I was actually playing this game very early in the morning, right around 3 in the morning my time. I don't normally stay up that late, but I was feeling a game of ranked seasons. I wanted to include this in the video as well. Tony Gwynn is starting off this inning with a base knock up the middle. It was a pretty good pitch as well. Just was able to send it up the middle on a slider and then hit and run right away early on in this game. Willie Mays is sending that one into the gap. This was kind of a very odd play because for me on my screen, Tony Gwynn scored, but then when it advanced to this screen, Lou Gehrig's up, and he's now on third base. So a little bit confusing early on. I thought I might have been thrown out at the plate because I didn't really know if he was able to get that ball in and throw me out. Just a little bit of a desync error. I'm not really sure what happened. But anyway, I was able to score the run, advance the runner with Willie Mays up to third base with this sac fly from Rogers Hornsby. I squared that one up. It was good, okay, but I really have a tough time hitting Kershaw. So anytime I'm able to get a couple knocks in the first inning and score some runs, I mean, I'm using Bob Feller against Kershaw, and so this is going to be a little bit more of a tough matchup, I want to say. I would say that Kershaw's the best pitcher in the game. Bob Feller is up there, but, I mean, Kershaw's just a lot better than him. And so far I'm able to get a couple runs here in the first. This is absolutely huge, trying to get the early lead and the confidence down from Kershaw. If he gets his confidence up, then he's almost impossible to hit, at least for me. There's another big play. Beats out the double play, fielder's choice right there from Ricky Henderson, allowing another run to score from third base. So we get the early lead, and now you have to kind of pitch up by 4 runs. Bob Feller is taking the mound, and I wanted to see how this opponent would hit the fastball slider combination with the changeup. I know I was going to mix in the sinker. Bob Feller has a very effective pitches and is very similar to Nolan Ryan if used effectively and you're able to locate with him. So most important thing, I think, is getting the confidence up on him early on. It's going to allow you to be able to control him a lot easier. If he gives up a couple runs or gives up the lead early in the game, then I think that at times he becomes a lot more wild, and some of his pitches just don't break as much. They don't have the same exploding out of his hand, if that makes sense. Like, for example, that sinker really looks like it's coming in 100 miles an hour when it's thrown 96, 97 miles an hour. And he also throws the fastball 102 with the really slow changeup. So I'm looking to do some damage with that pitching arsenal, and also trying to get an extended lead here. I mean, Tony Gwynn, another double to start the inning. I had a couple doubles with him in the event, and now in ranked seasons, I was able to go 2 for 2 so far in this game with him. Willie Mays squaring that one up, but it is going to be a sacked fly. Tony Gwynn moves up to third base, just barely sliding in there. That's going to bring up Lou Gehrig with 2 down now, facing a lefty. Sat on that 12-6 curveball pretty well, and just a seeing eye base hit through the left side. It's unfortunate for the opponent. I didn't really hit that ball that great. There are a couple other outs in this specific inning that I hit a little bit better. One being right there in Rogers Hornsby, and I thought I hit the ball a little bit better with Willie Mays. That resulted in a sac fly. But anyway, nonetheless, the opponent is knocking the first base hit of the game for him. Matt Williams is the Signature Series version, is sending one up the middle for a base knock. And now I'm just trying to get a double play. I mean, facing Tony Gwynn, I'm going with the slider inside, trying to get a ground ball to first base to the right side. I end up drilling him there. So we have 2 outs with 2 guys on base. I tried to throw a changeup low in the zone. That could have been strike 3 if I had a little bit better feedback on that one. I went with the challenge pitch up and inside. That was a little bit risky. One swing of the bat puts him right back in this game at a 5-3 game right there. So that was important to be able to get that out and test him to see if he'd be ready for that fastball. And just because he wasn't that time does not mean that he won't be the next time. So I have to be careful throwing those pitches up and inside with Bob Feller. But the following inning, George Brett is kind of blooping one into center field. I was getting a lot of base hits to fall in the outfield for me up until this point. I mean, already in the third inning, we do have a couple of runs. And I'm trying to break this game open. I think that this inning is the best chance for me to break it open. I'm trying to be aggressive. I go for a hit and run right there. I wanted to kind of take you guys through a few at-bats as Roberto Alomar smacks one the opposite field. A little bit late of a swing on that one, but I did get the PCI up there. The barrel of the bat was right on it and just over the second baseman's head. Just late, squared up. That's going to bring up Ricky Henderson. I was looking for a fastball over the middle of the plate. First pitch right there. Luckily, I got the check swing. He does go to the sinker. But good thing I got another check swing there because that probably would have been a ground ball. Easily could have been a double play there. But I'm really looking for a pitch over the middle of the plate with Ricky Henderson. He goes with the slider inside. I just barely reacted to that one and got the PCI to it. Another bloop hit. That's going to allow two guys in scoring position and an RBI. So we're in a really good position to really break this game open. 6-0, 10 hits already. Kershaw's confidence is down, and he's going to go ahead and quit out of that one. So let's see where we stand in ranked seasons. I'm still in the 750 range. Should be around 780 after that one. So we move up to 782. And now we see this is the new event that is just released into the game. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you do get to the first voucher, a couple wins, you can unlock that Lee Smith. Until next time, guys, I'm College Lefty, and peace out.